back to another Bestestimes Reborn YouTube video. I'm your host Brad. It is currently, let's have a look at the time on my phone, 4:04 p.m. on Sunday the 22nd of June 2025. It's currently 22.7 degrees Celsius, feels like 24.2. 11.6 millimeters of rain since 9 a.m. today. 92% humidity. That certainly feels like it. Walking along this pathway here in Fitzgerald Esplanade. Walking on these pavers. Some of them moving when you walk on it. It's very unsafe. So we're going to go through Cutter Court because they're supposed to be removing all these trees. Starting on Tuesday apparently, by what they were saying on Facebook. I think it was this Tuesday. This is Cutter Court. The way it is now, I'm putting in new trees, all part of that new, I don't know if they're not really calling it town beautification, but it's the same sort of thing as when Bill White was mayor and they were doing the town beautification. Anyway, I'm your host Brad and welcome to Bestestimes Reborn. Sorry if I didn't already say that. Feel free to leave comments and liking and subscribing and sharing with all your friends. Let them all know and check it all out. Albert and Fouquet Z. That'll Commonwealth Bank was downstairs from there. Innisfail Memorial School of Arts building, museum.
Total 5 kilometers. 1 hour 5 minutes 49 seconds. 6,640 steps.
Might walk from home.
Rate 122 beats per minute.
So here's a lot of the trees that I think they're getting rid of all of these. I think they need it. They're starting to get a bit worse for wear. They haven't really been maintained. Like this whole area hasn't been maintained. It looks a bit worn out, run down. Memorial of Arts. Innisfail Memorial School of Arts building. The police station car park. One of them. Yeah, all this really needs to be redone and looked after, but actually keep looking after it. Not just partially. Not just now and then. All the bins around and the people still leave their rubbish around. There is bins down here. Towards the old ANZ Bank. Corner there, corner of Rankin and Edith Street. That's where the ANZ Bank was for years. That's the post office. Another look down Cutter Court the way it was before they change it. Before they change the trees and all that. It's the clock tower. And the courthouse. That's taking stuff out of the bin. If you're looking for cans, there's one on the step that I showed before. There's some nice flowers at the moment. There's a lot of weeds growing through them and that, but still better than none at all. It's like you had a key to the bin. Anyway, there's Rankin Street, up towards Shire Hall, Library, Catholic Church. Edith Street. Down there. Innisfail Show, 10th to 10th and the 11th of July 2025. Look down Rankin Street towards Woolworths and the CWA. And smell food. Definitely smell hot food. Maybe even fish and chips and that. Showing as much detail as we can. Well, straight through, not as much as shown in the last video. Face the camera the other way once we get up closer to these people. Out of respect. Oh, let's show across there now. Oh, there's people on the other side. People riding push bikes on the footpath. Not the safest thing for pedestrians. Show away from this lady, with respect. So, White Horse Hotel. Still got it written on there. License 1901. Okay, Town Shoes used to be. If you're wondering the location. People say, oh, you should put maps and stuff on. Yeah, it's easier said than done. Copyright and all that. I do show a lot of detail and I do mention a lot of where I am and that in detail. This is Owen Street. I know other people put maps and stuff on, but yeah, it's not really the best. If the camera I was using had a map overlay they allowed everyone to use, then yeah, I would have it there in the bottom, like left-hand corner or something, or wherever. GB Games. Yeah, but otherwise, no. There is free map applications where you can sort of get away with it, but it's just not worth the risk. Got to do things the way I know works for me and what I do. Geez, it's starting to squeak a little bit. Innisfail workwear supplies, which is fairly new. Innisfail Lock and Security is new. I think it's all part of it. Commercial, residential and automotive. Kmart trolleys. You can always tell here because they got the locks. Hungry Jack's. Same company as Burger King. You can tell by the signage. Gotta get a thumbnail picture while we're at it. Cheesy cheese with cheesy cheese slice. Whopper Junior. Anyway, let's continue on. Head down, keep going down Edith Street. This one's Ernest Street. Okay, the new KFC, Bunnings, all that. Back of Bunnings, and that is. We're about to cross, part of the Bruce Highway. Bit of glass on the traffic island, the built up traffic island. Greyhound bus heading Townsville direction. Got Townsville written on it. Sitting at the bus stop here makes it harder to show. We'll show across while we're here. Nearly 6 kilometres done between the two videos and the walk from home. Glady Street, towards the old Sandling, towards Kmart, so forth, and the main driveway into Bunnings. If you're looking for that, it's just down here, across from Burson Auto Parts. Island Coast Ford. It's funny how they call places like that Island Coast Ford or Island Coast Holden or whatever, yet they sell other cars other than just Ford. Down to the EV chargers, electric vehicle chargers. The government provided ones and funded. Had to adjust the camera then. That time of the year for runny noses, so bear with me. There's Tech Tune Automotive. Used to be a motorbike shop. Before that there was Flats there. couple of flats. You got KFC straight after it, which is moving to the corner of Lily and Ernest Street. Try that once these people have gone past. KFC. Quite busy. The new one being so close to that intersection might be a little awkward for pedestrians or for people to get out onto the highway. Like, oh, well, McDonald's is close to there. It's not on a corner. Hungry Jack's was quite awkward originally, so people got used to it. It's not pedestrian friendly where the drive-through is for Hungry Jack's. When you're trying to get into the store and there's people driving through. So this is my second video for today. Getting in and getting them while there's a little bit of sun out. It was a bit wet during the first video. Coronation Drive update video. Which hopefully, if all goes well, should be available tonight or tomorrow morning. Depends on the app or the program I use. The editing program's been having issues. Seems to be alright at the moment, but could come back again because it happens now and then. It's Innisfail budget backpackers. And yeah, so bear with me with videos. Get them up as fast as it allows me to, while taking my time to edit, but then getting them up there as soon as that's ready. Used to be a job agency at one stage. APG or some name like that. Yeah. And then you got Super Cheap Auto. This building's always been Super Cheap Auto. The whole time it's been built. It's built for Super Cheap Auto. It used to be a petrol station there. Prior to that. Blank land for ages, but then that. So before that it was, yeah, the service station. There's Repco, Labour Street. Who remembers there being a little pancake place here? Where that house next to the original Roscoe's. There was a house there and they had like a pancake place in the end. If you have a look on Roscoe's Pizza and their Facebook page, you'll see pictures of the outside of that building, because they're showing their building where they were, and then you can see it. You look at that on Facebook, you'll find it. The original Roscoe's plus where the pancake place was. There was a cafe in there at one stage and all these different things. I think people lived upstairs. And where Roscoe's was, there was charcoal chicken in there for a while. Never got to try that. It was before when I was too young to have my own money. A better home of living used to be, the yellow. Before that, Rec Division, and before that, MLC Motors. I think it was built for the mechanic. It was the old Leax. So we're rushing past a little bit more. Try and get this video done, beat the rain and go home. Where Leonard Motors Marine used to be, and John Williams Motorcycles. Multiple other businesses over the years. And there was a service station there at one stage. Way back, I've seen photos of it. One before my time. Maurice Grasso Motors signage. People sitting up there, so we won't show across there. Right up there. .24 PM. And there's people up ahead, so kids and that. So I won't show them. The old Bridgestone. There's bow repairs at one stage. There's been so many different mechanics, different tyre places and that. Going over Pelican Street. Michael Street across there, where the paint shop NQ is. As I said earlier on my other video, I might have been on this one. Yeah, it was this one. It's just sideways, so bear with me. There's local traffic and people going to Cairns, people going to Townsville, and so forth and beyond. But where the paint shop is, and that there was a lattice place where carpet, vinyl and planks is, and they had like cubby houses and gazebos and all this sort of stuff in there. Also on the corner there was like a coffee shop thing. I forget what it was called now. Got photos of it, so you see them on old new Innisfail photos. If you go through all the photos and that, you'll find heaps of old classics. But I remember there being a second-hand dealer in where the plant shop NQ is, way back. Joe Hanson's had it. Shout out to Mrs. Joe Hanson, who was talking to us at the hospital one day a few years ago. Quite nice. Nice person to talk to. Gundi Auto Wash. Carbuda. Across the Ampol and Metro service stations. And the Mobile service station across there. Car wash, where people vacuum and air out their cars, clean out their cars and deodorize and all that good stuff. Used to be Carline mufflers and A1 exhausts and different ones over the years, and even the garbage collectors used to have a thing down there. The old Gundy Hill Bakery, which was up for sale for many years now. It was under contract for a few years now. It's actually sold. They've had the blinds down a couple of times in the windows here. I come past yesterday, I think it was. They had this blind down. And there was people sitting down here. And even the for sale sign and sold sign's gone now. Used to be right here. It actually looks nice to see. Seeing it gone to a point. My photos, like I say, whatever photos I take will end up on the end of the video if they work out good. Sorry, the video goes a bit weird when I try and take photos because the camera tends to drift. There's people going to the... I know they're doing a U-turn. No indicator, no nothing. No respect for anyone. But at least had the indicator on. So I had no idea that he was turning. So I could have stepped out and boom. That's why you wait those few minutes, a few seconds. He's going to the metro. Once the lighting's got a little bit better. Okay, we're going to stop the video just after a Reese Plumbing Centre near the old Kirby's Corner shops where they used to be. So thanks for watching. This is Bestestimes, keeping memories alive for us and future generations to see. I'm sure you can basically just about recite this if you watch a lot of my videos. Check the links in the description. Check out old new Innisfail photos on Facebook. Hope you enjoyed this video. Like, share, comment, subscribe, let everyone know about it. About Bestestimes Reborn. Stay safe, stay cool, stay dry. And we'll catch you in the next one.